My spouse messaged from Las Vegas. I just wed my colleague. You are pathetic, BW, I responded. All right, subsequently. I canceled her credit accounts and rekeyed the residence. The following morning, law enforcement officers arrived at my entryway. As a 34-year-old man, I received the notification at 2:47 a.m. on a Tuesday. My wife, Linda, aged 31, was allegedly attending a professional meeting in Las Vegas. The communication featured an image of her and William, her work associate, displaying wedding licenses outside a rather gaudy sanctuary. The complete message stated, "Just married William. Been sleeping with him for 8 months. You're pathetic, by the way. Your weak male presence made this quite simple. Savor your miserable existence." I gazed at my mobile device for approximately 30 seconds. Then I entered a single word. All right. Before she had a chance to reply, I commenced my tasks. You see, Linda may have been cunning regarding her infidelity, yet she managed money poorly. Every asset belonged to me. The dwelling, the primary financial holdings. Even her credit cards functioned as authorized user cards linked to my accounts. By 3:15 a.m., I had revoked all her cards, altered every password she possessed knowledge of, disassociated her as an authorized user from all services, contacted an Allers locksmith incurring a $300 expense, though entirely justified. I captured digital images of everything for documentation. The locksmith appeared at 4 a.m. By 5 a.m., novel locking mechanisms had been fitted. I even modified the garage entry code. Subsequently, I returned to slumber. I awoke at 8 a.m. to insistent knocking at my entrance. 2 police officers stood present, appearing irritated. "Sir, we received a report concerning a domestic dispute. Your wife claims you have barred her access from her residence." I presented them with the Las Vegas wedding message. "She is no longer my spouse. She legally wed another individual 5 hours prior." The senior officer's eyebrows ascended sharply. The junior officer attempted to maintain composure, yet I observed his lips quiver. "She alleges you purloined her possessions and finances." "Officers, I possess evidence demonstrating this property is mine, acquired before our matrimony. The credit cards were registered under my name. She served merely as an authorized user. I have not disturbed any of her personal effects. They requested confirmation of the message's authenticity. I displayed my device, the timestamp, all relevant details." The veteran officer sighed. "Ma'am, he communicated into his transceiver. You must resolve this matter via legal counsel. We cannot compel him to grant you entry if you married another person." I detected shrill noises through their device. Linda was furious. The officers departed after cautioning me against damaging her possessions. I guaranteed them that all items would be awaiting her outdoors. First update. Goodness, this truly escalated. To address frequently asked inquiries, indeed this is authentic. No, we possess no children, thankfully. Yes, I am engaging legal representation. Consequently, Linda appeared that afternoon accompanied by William, her mother Barbara, and her sister Susan. William seemed to wish he were anywhere but there. I suppose the Las Vegas euphoria rapidly dissipated once he grasped his new spouse, was destitute and without shelter. They attempted various tactics. Barbara menaced, calling the police once more. I recalled for her how that previous attempt concluded. Susan labeled me a manipulative psychopath. William endeavored to appear formidable until I indicated I would be transmitting their wedding photograph to human resources at their employer. Their organization enforces a stringent non-fraternization regulation. Linda wept unattractively, alleging I was financially exploiting her. I had already placed her belongings into containers and stored them in the garage. I informed them they had 60 minutes to load everything and depart. The most satisfying element, Linda attempted to utilize her credit card at the U-Haul establishment. It was rejected. William was forced to settle the bill. His expression was invaluable. However, this is where events improve. My attorney contacted me yesterday. Linda is attempting to assert she was intoxicated and coerced into the Las Vegas matrimony. She desires its annulment and wishes to stake a claim to our residence, citing we were still legally wed when she departed for Vegas. My lawyer quite literally chuckled. She provided you written evidence of infidelity and bigamy. Her case is indefensible. I also discovered through shared acquaintances that William has been residing in his mother's subterranean dwelling. He believed Linda possessed wealth. Ha! Further developments await. This situation is far from concluded. Second update. Prepare yourselves, as Linda initiated a complete offensive first. She launched a widespread social media initiative, publishing assertions everywhere that I was an oppressive narcissist who confined her within a passionless union and compelled her to seek affection elsewhere. Her mother and sibling disseminated these posts extensively. Certain shared acquaintances genuinely credited her claims. Yet Linda overlooked a crucial detail. I maintain a friendship with David, essentially the technological savant of our social circle. He assisted me in retrieving some highly revealing Facebook communications between her and William, spanning over a year, including her boasting about executing a protracted strategy and accumulating assets prior to deserting me. My preferred message read, "He's such an imbecile. I've been transferring funds from our shared food budget for months. Nearly have sufficient capital for my ideal wedding with you. Darling," regarding that joint food fund, it was, in reality, solely my account, which I permitted her to utilize for domestic expenditures. I procured the financial records. She had been extracting cash for groceries and likely spending merely half. The remainder, who can say? I uploaded the captured images. Her fabrication rapidly disintegrated. Subsequently, the final outburst occurred. Firstly, she persuaded her father to contact my employer, asserting I was tormenting his offspring. My supervisor was fully apprised of the entire situation and advised him to cease communication professionally. Secondly, she attempted to force entry into the residence at 3 a.m. My recently installed surveillance captured every detail. She was shouting concerning her grandmother's jewels, which her grandmother continued to wear, as she is, in fact, alive. Thirdly, she alleged I had caused the demise of her feline. We have never owned a cat. I am allergic. Fourthly, she began phoning my mother, weeping about having committed an error and that William held no significance. My mother responded, "You ought to have considered that prior to engaging in an 8-month affair with him." Dear, however, the zenith of presumptuousness arrived yesterday. I received a telephone call from William's mother. Sarah, this individual possessed the brazenness to insist I act like a man and reinstate Linda, claiming William could not support a spouse, had erred, and that young males commit foolish acts. I inquired if she was genuinely requesting I readmit a woman who betrayed me so her offspring would evade repercussions. Well, when you phrase it thusly, you appear self-centered. Matrimony involves clemency. I terminated the call. The previous evening, Linda dispatched one concluding message from an associate's device. "You destroyed my existence. I trust you are content." I responded, "I am indeed. Appreciate your inquiry." Then I also barred that contact. The initial dissolution of marriage proceeding is scheduled for tomorrow. My legal counsel anticipates a swift resolution due to her act of bigamy. I eagerly await it. Concluding report. The divorce hearing was utterly perfect. Linda presented herself in a pristine gown at the divorce court, where she faced proceedings for having married another male. The presiding judge's countenance was extraordinary. Her attorney attempted to contend that the Las Vegas nuptials were invalid because she experienced emotional distress and acted under coercion from William. The judge questioned the meaning of duress within this scenario. He made her promises, convinced her that abandoning her current marriage was the sole recourse. My lawyer rose. "Your Honor, I possess 73 pages of Facebook exchanges demonstrating Mrs. Dash, pardon me. What surname is she presently employing? Nevertheless, illustrating the defendant actively orchestrating this for more than 12 months, the judge perused them. His demeanor shifted from impartial to disapproving to nearly entertained. "Madame, did you author," and I quote, "cannot wait to witness his foolish expression when he comprehends I stripped him of everything." Linda flushed crimson. That was extracted from its context. What context improves that statement? Silence. The marital dissolution was approved. She received her individual possessions, her automobile for which she continues to make installments, and absolutely nothing further. She is obligated to remit alimony to me for a duration of 6 months, owing to my financial backing for her certification curriculum during the previous year. It amounts to merely $500 monthly, yet the fury evident on her countenance was priceless. Outside the judicial building, Barbara commenced shrieking about my purported theft from her child. Susan attempted to hurl coffee in my direction, but misaimed, striking Sarah, William's mother, who had appeared to endorse young love. The ensuing beverage altercation between the two matriarchs was quite a spectacle. Security personnel intervened. Unexpected turn, William was not even present. As per Sarah's agitated cries, he had already proceeded with a 22-year-old mixologist he encountered at his wedding celebration, specifically the casino lounge. Linda collapsed into tears. Not graceful tears, but complete unattractive sobbing, with mucus and all. She persistently wailed. This is not how things were meant to unfold. Her sister sought to console her. It's all right, darling. You can reside with me. I cannot. Your flat smells of felines and sorrow. Even Susan appeared exasperated following that exchange. The latest information, gathered informally, indicates Linda resides with her mother and father. William is now affianced to the mixologist. Their mutual employer terminated both of them due to the fraternization infraction. Barbara has been prohibited from 2 Starbucks locations for bothering baristas resembling that scoundrel. Susan published content concerning severing ties with detrimental relatives. Sarah is pursuing legal action against Linda for mental distress inflicted upon her child. Regarding myself, I am thriving. I divested the property for significantly above the listed price. The housing market is absurd, or perhaps I'm relocating to an appealing downtown condominium. I initiated a relationship with Jennifer from my fitness center. She finds the entire narrative amusing and delivers me coffee emblazoned with "Not William" on the container. My legal representative encased the Las Vegas marriage document. It is displayed in his chambers as the most straightforward case ever handled. To all who inquire if I lament being vindictive, not at all. She engaged in foolish contests and secured foolish rewards. My sole regret is failing to notice the warning signs earlier, such as when she declared her former partner irrational for altering his Netflix credentials subsequent to her infidelity. I should have recognized it. My gratitude for accompanying me on this extraordinary journey. I intend to fully embrace my optimal existence presently. P.S. Linda. Should you be perusing this, and I am certain you are. Given your preoccupation with Reddit, William's mother referred to you as a covetous temptress at her literary gathering. Merely believed you deserved to be informed. Excellent. Excellent. Postscript, as some of you have inquired. Yes, this is entirely lawful within my jurisdiction. No, I did not transgress any statutes. Disconnecting an approved user from my financial records does not constitute larceny. Securing my dwelling is not illicit. Remain irate regarding it. Second postscript. Cease private messaging me to ascertain Jennifer's relationship status. She is not unattached. We are exceedingly content. Furthermore, desist from requesting Linda's online profiles. Let us avoid that topic. Third postscript. William's mixologist fiancé abandoned him upon discovering his marital status. My attorney transmitted the annulment documents Linda submitted. Under the rationale section, she inscribed transient mental derangement. The humor practically composes itself.